Hi everyone, I hope you're all having a great Saturday. I thought you might get a kick out of seeing the state of my table. So I thought I would go on with the project. I've just been waiting for Stefano and our friend to go to the beach because they just were sitting there watching a movie and not going anywhere. And I'm like, come on boys, get yourselves out there, off you go so I can do my video. And as the Aussies would say, bugger off. They've just left. It's 4 o'clock, so I'm a bit late. So I just continued on making all this stuff. So these are just, I've got my journals here that I still can't finish because I do not have enough stuff. You'd think I would, but to fill up 2 5 signature journals, doesn't matter how big they are in size, you need a lot of stuff. So these all have to be stitched. So I've just been sitting here madly making those. Isn't that cute? This one. And this one here, which is one of my collage pages that I had cut into a tag with the Tim Holtz tag cutter, and I hadn't done anything with it, so I've put some real coffee dyed paper and a lovely image. And then, oh, I love these. These are the laces that I ink dyed, like Artie Maze's technique, and then I just did some collage, and I absolutely love them. Look at those. Tore out a little flower there. I've got a little pocket happening there. Made lots of pockets because they are always running thin, and I'm going very beigey, aren't I? And there's a little piece of fabric that I had dyed that way. Some more pockets, just some tags, and then tags with little pockets as well. I didn't do anything on the reverse side of that one. Just a minute. Oh, missed one. Put that over there. This is going to be a little tag. Isn't that gorgeous? So the idea of covering the whole tag came from my cottage crafts, and then, oh, that one I put a bit much on the back, but you could sort of gesso over that and then do writing if you wanted to. And then I've just done 2 of those. Well, that's not going to get me very far, is it? Anyway, I'm getting there. I'm getting things made. So hopefully tomorrow I will be able to go on and start stitching things into the journals. So let me just grab my little, I love this little cutie patootie. So, well, actually, do you know what I should do? I should move all this stuff out of the way that I've been working on, because that's just going to confuse me, isn't it? Now I need those. I gathered all my little bits and pieces together yesterday. I might use some of those scraps there, so I'll keep those, but I'll just slide them over. I could put them back in the box. I've been trying to use up my scraps, but seriously, it just doesn't go down. I might have to make some Jessica wrap of 2 silver oranges paper again, because I might just sit here one day and make that. If we hadn't have had Mo here, and I love having him here, so it's, of course, don't get me wrong, I could have had my video on going while I was making all that stuff, but I didn't know. I felt a bit self-conscious, that's all. Now, am I too far away, do you think? Maybe I should move in a bit. But I'm going to have to be wary of, where is my thing? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab, what will I grab? What aren't I mad about? Well, I like that one. Oh, I know. I don't use that one very much. You'll ask me why. This one here, this scribble one, I might put that down there just a tiny bit, just to remind me not to go below there. Otherwise I'll be off screen the whole time because I've zoomed in. Otherwise you won't be able to see what I'm up to. So I kind of, because this is going to become a very long-winded thing, I've kind of figured out what I've got to do to finish. So I made something that I just went ahead and did it, so I'll show you how I did that. So let's just pull them out and see where I'm at. So I think, had I done that one yesterday? I think so. I put a little antique lace down the side there. That's very precious. And then inside, I think this one is done. I've stitched in my pages. They're not going to be decorated, because I think that can be what someone else can do. But there's some lovely coffee dyed papers in there. And then I think I just went and stitched around anything. I don't remember if I did that on the video. So that's that one. So that one's complete. That one can go in its little pocket. And look at that. Look how chunky monkey that is. And then this one I did. Love that. And that one's going in there. And I love it. Goes well with the painting. You could put something else in there if you wanted to. Now let me see what I have to do in this one, because I can't remember. I've got to make the tag for in there. I just did the 3-hole pamphlet set, so I've got to make tags for this one. Little things for this one. Okay, so let's pull that out. I won't do the other one yet, so I'm going to get these. And let me just see if that will slide in. Yes or no? Yes, it will. That will slide in, so that's perfect. But I don't want it to become any bigger. So I think I'll just start collaging it, and I think I might just cover the back with this. Let me just trim that off. Oops. Oh, and my things that I've been... Oh, get away from it. Oh, that's just disgraceful. Get off. Okay. Oh, I know what else I did. I'll show you. I organised Tracie's minis. I didn't fussy cut them all because that would just take me too long. But I did organise them, so I thought you might enjoy seeing that. And I'm feeling much better about after my hissy fits the other day over my technology. It seems to be going. Let me check. Yes, it is. It's going. It's happening. Sound seems to be working. As I mentioned, I do have a couple of different microphones put into my cart on what's it called, on Amazon, but this one seems to be working, so I don't know that I'm actually going to whiz out and buy another one and then make another boo-boo like I did with the other one. So okay, so that's that. Now I need some Tracie Fox, because this is a design team project for Tracie Fox. Now let me show you what I've done. Let's just put that over there. So I went ahead and put, because Tracie also has lots of kits with lots of elements, I didn't separate all the kits. I just put in like all of these taggy things that I had, and all of these things, you know, that sort of similar size into this envelopey thing. And then on these mini envelopes that I absolutely love, I put in the minis. So that's really cool. So we'll keep those out. But it's nice to be organised like that, because you can function better, I think. And then that way, what I haven't cut down, these ones I haven't cut down yet, so I've just left those floating. That's a scrap piece of paper. Now, I do need to get just a plastic sleeve to put the scraps in, I think. And then I've got all my bits and pieces of paper here and things that haven't been cut, that I can find much easier now that I've organised myself a little bit. So I'll put that one over there just for a second, and I'm just going to, we don't want to take too long. I will decorate it. I just want to put some glue on here. Just covering my base first. Oh wait, I should do it that way. That's easier. I've been getting messages. I hope it wasn't from my daughter. She's at the swimming pool, and as I said, the boys have now headed out to the beach. I mean, seriously, get going, boys. Off you go. Out of the house, so I can do my stuff. I wasn't organised enough this morning to do my video. I should have done it this morning. Oh, I wouldn't have been disturbed. Oh, isn't that pretty? I think I'll keep that little piece. You never know. There we go. There isn't enough, so I'll put that one that way. And then I've got to see here, what would I like to decorate it with? We've got no end of options here. We've got these lovely things, these, got the fabric ones over there. Oh, I like those colours. I mean, it's very beige. I'm very beige lately, aren't I? I'm just gone beige. So I'm just going to trim that off. And right. Oh, now there's a couple of well, I don't know. I might have a message. And this is beautiful antique lace. I might put a bit of that. I did send another message this morning, ladies, asking for phone number. In one in particular, Cindy, if you're listening, if you're out there. You ordered quite a few days ago, and I haven't sent your order because I wanted to send it by courier but I'm still waiting to hear back from you with your phone number, because they won't accept it, the parcel, without your phone number. So if you could get back to me if you're not on holidays or somewhere whooping it up, lucky you. If you are, could you I've emailed you to your email, and I've messaged you a few times on Etsy. If you could let me know, that would be great. But then I can send you a parcel. Otherwise, on Monday, if I don't hear from you today or tomorrow, on Monday I am going to just do it regular post. So no, I'm not convinced about that. I might take that off. I'm not convinced about it. I think I want this there. I like that more. And then that. It's too beige. I need some more colour. Just a minute. Let me see what's in here. These are all the fabric ones. Nice pile here. And I love that little one. Maybe I'll use this one. Let me just see. Got my good better scissors here. They're not my best ones. They're in the other room. I think I like that more. And just let me see if I might like the lace peeking out from under it. Yeah, that's it. So I guess the moral of that story is, if you're not convinced about it, take it off, because you won't. I can guarantee you won't be happy with it. It'll annoy you. There we go. That's better. And I'll just get some glue. Oh, now I did have a question. What size bags did I use? Well, the answer to that question is I didn't measure them. The second reply to that is it doesn't matter what size bags you use. If you have them that they're maybe slightly, I mean, these weren't exactly the same bags. One's a glassine bag. I think they slightly varied. So if you had some bags, you don't want them to be, well, they could be very different sizes. And then if you had them like a bigger bag and then a medium bag and a smaller bag, always put your smallest one at the front, and then your, go back in size. So the biggest one is at the back and the smallest one is at the front. If they are the same size, what I did was I very slightly varied how I folded them here. So that way they just peek out the top, that's all. But it does not matter what size your bags are. Okay, so I'm just going to put that aside to dry. And this needs a little ruffle down here, because that's going to peek out the side there if it fits. Well, I can trim off the top if it doesn't fit. It needs a little ruffle, that one. So I'm just going to, what will I put down there? What will I ruffle? I'd love to ruffle a bit of this. I don't know if I can tear it narrow enough. Let's give it a go, see what happens. Oh, I can. There you go. That's what I want. So I'll just put some glue there in a very bodgy fashion, because that's how we do it. And I'll just bring it back over here in this mess, this crowded mess here. And I'm just going to gather it along a little bit and stick it there. And then I'm just going to put it aside to dry, and then we'll zigzag down there. And we've got a little ruffle, because that's going to peek out the side there. Okay, so what's next? Oh, we've got to make something for in here. And I don't think I want to make anything too big. I'm just going to, I don't think that will fit in there. It would if I trimmed it down. So let's grab the other scissors. Oh, I know what I could do. Now this idea comes from Gina at Firefly Studio. She says she likes to make these into little books, little notepads, and I have quite a bit of scrap paper about that size. Here we go. What about if I take these see, I just need to trim them down a little bit, and I just attach it on the back there, but my only thing is that's white. Does that matter? Does that matter? And I can stitch them onto there. I think I'm going to cover that. I don't want it to be white, so I think I'm going to glue that down. Yes, I am. We might, there you go. This is a whizzy little notepad we're going to make. Very whizzy. Thanks to Gina's inspiration. Now I'm not looking what I'm doing on the right side. Here we go. Just flatten it. Now just make sure you glue it all the way around, because probably won't stitch around it. It's just a little notepad. There we go. I've got a little bit of white showing there. And what else did I want to talk about? I don't know. So put that like that, and that's that. And now I think I found my cutter. I'll tell you where it was. Now I'm going to move. Hopefully nothing happens to my sound. It was underneath a bit of mess on the floor. That's where it was. So another comment was that that considering I'm left-handed, it would be fairly normal for me to have my glue pad on my right hand side, and you're absolutely right. Oh, I didn't put the plastic thing back on, did I? You're absolutely right. It's just that if I have it on my right hand side, it's only because my left hand side is very crowded and I can't get it to my left hand side. So that's 2 3/4. So I'm going to cut this a little bit less. Just a little bit less. Okay, so I've got a few of those sheets. We can use this. So how wide are they? I didn't measure those, did I? Nearly 1.5. Well, let's do that first. These are just absolute scrap pieces of paper. Oh, those ones I folded over, but oh, well, does that matter? Now that would matter, wouldn't it? I need to cut them. I'll tell you why. Because I'm going to stitch them onto the back of that. We won't put them together. What else? I don't want to keep those. I've got so much stuff. It's just building up and up and up. Oh, I was just trying to move that. Now, I've got some actual coffee dyed strips as well. Look at these. Well, that's probably a good one. That one's a bit wider, isn't it? Let me see. One little piece of letter. Why not? About a little piece of letter. Okay. Whoops. I really need to put my little plastic thingy-majiggy on back on, don't I? Oh, yes, that's perfect. And again, it's just can be like a little notepad that you can tear bits off. Just trim down this one. Okay, very nice. We don't want it to be too thick. It's just a little fun thing to play with, really. Oh, what about this little piece? That's a piece of Tracie. And we will just trim it down here. I hope I'm not putting my head on screen. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Okay, so my thought was, and I actually don't remember what I saw Gina do, when she showed what she did with them, but my thought was I would just zigzag it onto that, because this is important, of course. Stitch it onto there, you see? That's what my thought was. Now, can I get this to go straight? Okay, so let's move this. I'm a bit crowded, so I don't think I'll bring my sewing machine right over. And I think I'll just zigzag across there. And I've probably made a mess of it, but let's see. Let's see if I've made a mess of it. Okay, let's just put that there on the garbage bin. Oh, I like that. It's a little bit crooked. It's not perfect. It is not perfect, but it doesn't matter. It's just going to pop in here. See? Cute. It just pops in there. I like that. I'm very happy with that, even though it's crooked. Okay, then I have to make a little something here, and I think all I'm going to do here is have a little, oh, I better, why don't I put those away? That's always a good idea, isn't it? Where are the other ones there? Now what I need for there is just a little tag, nothing major. That's those. Just get the ruler out of the way, put that over there. Now let me see. Let me see, isn't that pretty? What about that? We'll just make a little teeny tiny tag with that. Okay, I kept all these bits. Oh, here we go. This will tell you. Here we go. 4 by 4 inches. The small glassine bag, 4 inches by 6.25 inches. 10.16 centimeters by 15.88 centimeters. Is that correct? Yes. Okay, so that was the packaging from those that I used. But it's not really important. The size, because you just do any size. You use what you've got. You decide the size. There's no rules for the size. Now I just have to be careful not to make this too narrow. I just want to fit that on there, you see, and make a little tag. And I think I'm going to glue it. Look, it's white, well, not white, but it's old book page on the other side, so that's perfect. And I like this sort of pale blue background. Just trim that out. Great way to use up your scraps doing these minis. But to use up my scraps at the moment, I'd have to make so many of them. It'd take me forever. It'd take me till Christmas time. Okay, so that's my background. And what I might do, just to jazz it up a little bit, is put some of my fluffy stuff. Put some of my fluffy stuff behind. Okay. I'm not even careful how big it is. I just sort of put it, well, might cause me problems. I think I might trim a bit off. Come to think of it, it might cause me problems if it's not the right size. We get plenty of glue on here. Blobs of glue everywhere. Okay. I'm actually now worrying who sent messages that I might need to go and have a look. There we go, that's lovely. Cute little tag or journaling card. It probably won't have a topper on it, but it will be stitched around. I might even cut it into the tag shape, I think. Just let me get my card and stick that down better. It's because there's not enough glue under there either. Probably should stitch around it, but I didn't want to. Then you'll get the stitching there, and it kind of interferes a bit with the writing, if any of that's going on. Okay. Got my tag shape, and that one is going to go in there. So I'll put those aside to dry for a second. Little pieces of paper everywhere. A little bit of lace can go over there. That's my wet one. I'll put these, I think I can put these back in. Just try to keep some semblance of organisation. Okay. Right. Next. So that's everything made for that one. Well, that was quick. Did I make 3 things? Oh, the other thing is in there, a little bit crooked. That's okay. That one's going, well, I don't know, stitch it now. It should be dry enough. So I'm going to zigzag down there. Oh, I've got the zigzag on. And then I'm not zigzagging around there. No, I don't want you to go in there. I want you to go in over there. Okay, so that's that one. Let's just pull that one out. This is probably not dry enough, but I don't care. Oops, went crooked. Doesn't matter. Bit of a mess I am. There we go. That's that one. I don't like those bits. Let's take those bits off. Now, do you fit in there? Yes, you do. You see, look how nice that looks. Well, I think it does, with a little bit of a what's kind of a flattened ruffle, but it's there. I did stitch that bit there. That's good. So that's my little tag. I'm not putting a topper on it because I fear that it won't fit in my little belly band. Well, it probably would, but anyway, I'm going to put it in like that. There we go. There's my little tag in there. So that one's done. Right, that pops in there. Isn't that cute? Super cute. Thank you, my Cottage Crafts. Now, I wanted to show you what I made here. This is really cute. Okay, so this is in the style of the other one the other day. And it's just a whole lot of papers again. So I just wanted to tell you quickly how I did that. I used this here, and basically I covered up that bit. I don't have one of those snazzy puncher things, but I kind of eyeballed how much to cut off either side. So I'll just there, and about the same on the, I went crooked. I could use a cutter. That would be the clever thing to do. There, so you could do that. I didn't do that, but that's a good way to do it, to see that you get the same amount off. And there we go. Okay. So of course, if you don't have packaging like that, you would just take a piece of cardstock and fold it over, and then you'll have the same thing. You just won't be recycling it. Okay. So then what I did was, my poor scissors, I just covered it. I actually collaged it, except for there with the papers. So where is my folder? Where is it? Well, I've got this piece. Why don't we do one with this piece? I'll just tear that off on that side and glue that down there. I don't think I did the inside. We'll have a look after. I could actually just fold that over the top. I kind of like seeing the brown there though. It's nice. It's a nice colour. So I think I'll trim it off. Oh, I might have done the inside. Let me see. Just untie my string. Oh no, I didn't do the inside. You can do the inside if you want to, but I didn't. And this again is one that you can just repunch the holes in your papers, and you can put new papers in there when you've used them. Okay, so that's that. And then I did use a little bit of coffee dyed paper here. I didn't use all Tracie goodies. So this one I might, actually I'll keep that bit there. So just get some glue on there. It's very easy. And then I used that really cute little label of Tracie's. It was actually had fallen on the floor. And I picked it up and I thought that is perfect. So trim that off. You could fold it over if you want to. but in the spirit of trimming, I'm trimming. Get rid of that. Okay, and then I'll just trim that off. And then I need to collage on the other side. So on the other side, where are my Tracie papers? Let's see what I've got here. Actually, I've got, that's a piece of paper in there. Just a second. Here, I might use some of that. Do you have any other papers in there? Oh no, they're cards. Okay. So, definitely need to get rid of that. And that. Okay. Put that there. And then again, I'll probably use a little bit of coffee dyed paper. Okay, that's good. Let me just see here. Or I could just even use, see this little strip here, this is super old book page from the very early 1800s. And then I can just decide which side I'd like to be the front. See if I can find something cute to decorate the front like I did on the other one. I better not tear it, cut it, that's better. I think I like that side. So let me go here to the mini minis. So the label I used on the other one wasn't, see, I even like that. It wasn't a mini. I don't think it was. No, that one's on sticky paper, so I must have printed that one a while ago. But these are the minis, so you could even have one of these. But you don't want to put too much because you need to be able to put your holes in there. Could have one of those. Oh, I think I quite like the bird. I think I'll just put the bird on there. It's already on sticky paper. So let me just see here. Okay, I like that. Oh, and on the other one I had put a little bit of a ruffle. We don't have, do you want the ruffle? We don't have to have the ruffle. Let me see. It was just a little bit of, it was a little bit of this, I think, that I put on long there, or ruffled up. I don't think we need it. Doesn't matter. I basically just did it like I did the other one. Put a bit of glue, scrunched it up, and then that was it. I didn't even stitch that one. Okay, so that's that. Might want to just, if you've got any white showing, just trim it a little bit. Okay, so that's the front. And then you just grab your scraps. And as you know, I've got plenty of those. So any shape, size and shape, all different. Oh, I should go on that side. It's probably better. That's it. Now I don't want them too long, so let me. Do you want me to tell you how long they are? But that's only for my bags. I just eyeballed it really. No, a bit less than 5 inches, I think, and about a bit less than about 12 centimeters. I'm just going to tear it like that because they are scraps. So I'm going to gather up my scraps. Bury those in there. I can have a piece of this. This is coffee dyed paper. You need some wider ones. I'll put some book page in there, and then oh, this is perfect. And I'll also put in some, I'll put some of that. I'll put that in there, even though that's not a Tracie paper, but it's still a nice scrap. This is a nice scrap, an old letter. Throw that in the rubbish. coffee dyed paper. Put all of these. Oh, here's a nice coffee dyed paper. I really do like making these little scrap booklets. They're really fun. So I'm just going to get rid of all of those. Oh, that's a good one. I mean, that is a scrap, a serious scrap. So get rid of those so they don't get in my way. Put them in my box. That's another nice one, but I won't use that one. I'll throw those out. Okay. And then I want some Tracie. Now, I don't know that I've got much Tracie scrap at the moment, so I might just have to tear some papers pretending. Oh, here's a scrap. We'll pretend that it's a scrap. We'll pull this out. I don't have many scraps. No, I don't. Because I've used them all. Oh, here we go. Here's some scraps. Maybe they'll be all right. Some of them, not all of them. Oh, here's another scrap. I tell lies. Okay. Right. Won't put that one in. That's too small. This will do. Okay. Get yourself organised, madam. Okay, so that's all good. And I put on, what I did was I put on my straight edges up here. And if I have narrow ones like this, I try to make sure that they're kind of centered. And then I'll just clip them there. And then this one, for example, I'll just tear like that. And that will go in there. And because that most of these, except for the coffee dyed and the scanned coffee dyeds, are Tracie papers, and so they do all coordinate together. Maybe we'll have that one like so. So you get a nice long piece. So I need to tear it. Just tear about, how long were they? So tear about that much off. It doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter if they're straight or not. Yeah, throw that in the rubbish. That can go at the top. Oh, I think I can make them a bit wider than what I'm doing. I'm going a bit stingy, aren't I? Yep, that one's going to be good. So that can be a wide one. So just tear down this one, eyeballing the width. I won't put that one, that's not a Tracie paper. That one's nearly okay, so I'll just tear that one down like that and just tear a little bit off the bottom, and that's pretty good. And then I've got this one. Tear it about there. I might even keep that one, or just put that one in. And then I won't put that any more of that. I'll put this one in. I liked this one. Throw that out. That one can just go in. That's one of my actual, this is very nice paper. This is a designing paper. It's called a Fabriano paper. It's very nice paper. I'm going to put a little bit of this one in as well. And that, I mean, I've probably got too much here. You probably don't need that much. Okay. And we'll put that piece in there as well. Why not? So these are just really bits and pieces to collage with. I've got heaps here. I didn't put as many in that one. Just let me see. I might be able to make two with this one. I'll put that one upside down so that way. And they will get a little hole punched in them because they need to. So I'm mixing up the widths here and the lengths. It's another wide one. Put this one in. I've got too many pages here, but anyway, we'll see how we go. That one. Way too many pages. We'll put the other Tracie Fox in there. There we go, and that'll do. Oh, what about this one? We'll put that one at the top. Cute. And that one at the bottom, because I like that one. Oh, and that one. Oh, I'm putting them all in. There you go. So if I could, it'd be great to clip them there, but I can't. Put that over there. And then what did I do? Oh, well, I probably should have measured. Oh no, just make it. So basically what I did here, I grabbed the Japanese screw punch, and I just eyeballed it more or less. Well, why don't I put it there? I don't have to. I could measure it here. How much is that? 8. So 4 is halfway, so I could do it 1 centimetre either side. I probably totally stuffed it up there. I'm not really worrying too much about whether it's perfect or not. That one come through. Yep, okay, and then what I did was I put this in like so. Just make sure you kind of center it. Well, I don't want, okay, and I'm not going to slide it right up. I'm going to have it down a bit like that. I'm actually going to clip it. That's what I'm going to do. Clip it on the other side as well, so it doesn't move for a second. Oh, come on. And then do that. And I might grab one of these because these are bigger, and that should hold everything. Okay, and I can see my little things there, and I might stand up for that bit. Give it a twist. Where's my other one there? Is that it? I think so. And the reason why I didn't slide them right up into it was otherwise you're going to have your little holes down here, and then you lose all those bits of paper that you can use. Did it go all the way through? Yep, pretty much. Yep, good. Okay, and then I need to just grab this. I had to use my needle. This is a very fine string that I've got, jute string. And so I just use my regular needle that I normally use for this job. I keep it in here. The other one's too fat. I like this one, so I don't lose it. And I don't cut my thread. I don't recommend that you cut your thread. And I don't do that either when I'm doing the pamphlet stitch. I always go in like this. And then here. Oh, I've done it again. I did that yesterday as well. I forgot to grab this bit. I did it yesterday as well. What a goose. There we go. In there. And in there. And then I don't cut it until I know how much do I want. There we go. Put those over there. Oh, yesterday I wrapped up my journals and sent them off that I had made. Oh, packed them up. I sent them off today. And I put a wax seal on the wrapping. There we go. That's it. It's done. This one I made a bit longer. I'll tear those bits off if they don't fit. Anyway, that one won't go in the pocket because I don't have another Tracie Fox one. But that's how I made it. You just need to, basically I went like this, I think, measured it like that because it can peep out the top. So if it's too long, you just take those bits off. Okay, but this one is not for this project. It's just to show you how to make it. So that one slides in there. Yes, so, and you know I tidied up my sewing room. I made it so it peeps out that much out the top. So that's how you're going to have to eyeball it. There's no rules. Now we're going to do the stuff for the back. I kind of wanted to think about it a little bit because otherwise this video will be too long. So this one's going to be with this. And you know I tidied up my sewing room. Do you think I could find my wax seals? it took me like 15 minutes to figure out they were right in front of my nose, because I moved them and I was getting so frustrated with myself. And you might wonder, why did she do that? It's because I wanted to gather this down there. So let's just move this out of the way. Bring the sewing machine. Did I put my needle back in there? I did. I don't need that anymore. Let's move that out of the way. Right. If I'm not careful, I'll fall off my chair, as usual. So that's going to go, well, I don't want it so perfect. Why is it not gathering? There we go. Oh, it's going to be all gooey and sticky. Maybe I'll clip it for a bit before I do anything silly and stitch it while it's so gooey. And then I just wanted to see, I might put something like that, yeah, with a little bit of this maybe on there. No, not with that. With maybe a little bit of this. Yeah, something like that. So I'll just stitch around there. Got sticky fingers. That's not going to help me at all. I think probably if you were to make this all in one hit, it'd probably take you a good, maybe am I exaggerating? Maybe I would say a good 6 hours to make one. If you're making all your bits, unless you know what you want to do, you might go a bit faster. It might take you 4 hours to make one. Yes, so I think I'm going to try and get some glue on there this way, because I don't think it's going to go over the netting very well. And it needs to have enough on there that it will stick. So that's going to be that one, and it will probably have a little tab on it. And I don't really need to put anything on the back. And then here I just really wanted to just have one of these. Just back it with something, because they are so cute. So yeah, just a piece of this, just a piece of coffee dyed paper. That's all you need. And then I'll stitch around that. Okay, so that's that one, cute. And then this one, I thought I'd put this here. I might have some of this peeking out. I mean, everything is so busy in there. I mean, you don't have to have everything that busy, if you know what I mean. Put this one. That there. What's this? Got this here. Quite like that there. I think I'll do that. A little bit of script. Even though I'm covering up the bottom, who cares? Put that there. And I might even put a little bit of this in between, so you can just sort of see that peeking out. Or will I put it? Well, no, then I cover up that across there. And I think I like it there in between. kind of a bit like that. And I'll probably stitch across there to make it stay. Oh, I like that. It's very natural looking. And I don't need to put anything on the back, but I will put a tab or something, I think. Let's just see. Let's see how we go. Okay, first I'll stitch around the bottom, because remember it's on folded book page that I was recycling. And then I'll go back and zigzag that bit. And let's just stitch around this one. Oh, it's so cute. Simple but cute. So I need to come back. I'll just get my needle out and I need to zigzag that. And then I need to zigzag across this one. This is quite flimsy. I think I will put some paper on the back of that one. There we go. And just let me see what else I've got to do. Okay, so that's those. I just need to decide if I want to put something at the top of them. Aren't they cute little pieces of ephemera? Now this one I'm going to take out. Yep. And I need to put something on the back just because, oh, I'll put this nice piece of coffee dyed paper. Look at that pattern. That's perfect. So what I'll do is glue everywhere, pretty much. And then I won't zigzag, I mean I'll sew around it. And I'm going to put that there, like that. Okay, great. Oh, that can be a little tab on top of that one. Cute. Need to straight stitch. And I'm going to straight stitch around that. Now what tab am I going to put on that one? Nope. Little piece of this. Yeah, I'll try and get the lighter part. This is very old antique hemp that I did the Artie Maze method on. Oh, it's nice and pale on that side. I think I'm probably off screen here. So I think I'll put that there. Cute. And stitch around. That goes very well with the other colour because I use the same colour. Okay. Still recording? I am, you see. I think my husband was right. It was the cord. There we go. That's that one. That's that one. And what about, where's my other one? Here it is. Maybe I won't put anything on that one. No, it's just going to be overpowering, I think. I think I'll leave that one. So where's my little thing here? So this is the pocket here at the back that I had created. Put my bigger one, and I love all the colours together. Love it. That one in there, cute. I mean, you could make a bit more. This pocket can have as much in it as it wants, really, as much as will fit. So that is the back. So do we want to do a flip through? A recap. Let me just move everything out. So it's finished. I can't believe I finished it already. Okay, so this is, it's 3 bags, as you remember, attached together. This is the first bag with some coffee dyed paper on the back, and there you go, the journal fell out. This one has a pocket with this tag in it. So we'll just show the external part first. That one's got textile, so I have to be careful putting that back in. And then that's that one there. And then the back has 3 tags and the lace that we just made. Okay, so in the first pocket was this little journal, and I have this little tag here, and that tag has some beautiful antique lace over it, and then lace down the side. And then that's the back, lots of old bits here and there. And seriously, don't throw any scraps out. We just made this simple little tag with very bodgy stitching on it, and that goes in there. Put this little doily, and then just all recycled pieces of paper here, nothing too fancy. And then, and the bag was made, the journal's made of a bag. Oh, and when I did my pamphlet stitch, I stitched it with just a perlé cotton, and then I made this tag for in there with Tracie's, one of Tracie's images. Absolutely love it. And then that pops in there. And then here we've got the second journal, mini journal, made with a glassine bag that was sent to me. So that's the front and that's the back. And again, I kept the pocket open, and we've got this little tag. Isn't that cute? It actually turned out really well. I really like that little tag. So I'll have to photograph everything, won't I? And then in this little pocket, this was a die cut that Joyce sent me that I coffee dyed, and that's just one of Tracie's papers. And then with this, this idea, as I mentioned, came from Gina from the Firefly Studio. I've got a bit of glue there, sorry. Come on, off you come. There we go. And that's just a little fun little thing there, really. And I even stitched it crooked, but who cares? Got some glue on me now. And then that's a little coffee dyed doily, super antique book, and all different pages again. I did the pamphlet stitch, and I did my, I did my tie on the inside. You could do it the opposite way just by starting in the opposite direction. And then here I just did a little mini belly band that has this cute little tag in it without any topper on it, but it just pops in there. And then in the last bag, I mean, you could make 3 journals, you could put more things in there. There's plenty of space in that one, actually. I just made this cute little scrap thing here that you can replace the pages with. And it's just all different scraps, old books, music paper, bits of Tracie's papers, bits of scanned coffee dyed paper. I mean, they are seriously scraps. So that is my little project. Now, the one last thing I thought was you could get some seam binding or some sari silk and tie it. So let me see what, I would love to use one of these sari silks to tie it, but I haven't rolled them up yet, so I'll just use this one. So, I mean, basically you would just pick it up like that. I think that's going to be big enough, and just cut it off. I mean, you could attach it at the back, but I wouldn't, just because you've got your pocket there. You could attach it under the, if you when you decorate the back, you could attach it under the paper. But with this one, you know, the sari silk is a little bit bulky. So that's, I mean, that's how you go. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? I love that. Make sure that little tag pops under there. See what I'm saying? You could put it under the papers that you put on the back, but it would be a little bit bulky. And I put those there so someone could write. So that is my mini. Well, that's a very luxurious mini. I don't know if I can part with it. Well, I'm going to have to. I might have to make another one. Yes. So that is it, guys. So I hope you liked it. I hope you're madly making them, because they are really fun. And if I've got time, I'm going to make more as well. So thank you so much for sticking with me, and I will be back sometime soon. I don't know if I'll be back tomorrow. I might be back on Monday. I'm not sure. So see you soon. Bye.